Unlock your dream property with Meeks Realty Group, where Rich the Realtor makes real estate dreams a reality. Whether it's residential or commercial, we've got Charleston to Huntington covered. Your key to exceptional real estate experiences start here. Meeks Realty Group. Contact us at meeks.us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, good Friday morning to you. Welcome to the show. TGIF, yes, indeed. Ryan Nicholson, senior producer, in charge of things today. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Vitaylor, text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live comes to you from the Jared Construction Studios. Right on time, right on budget. Visit jared-construction.com. Phone calls to the show, a service of Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, Spring Street. Texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony the Tailor on Virginia Street. Tony's summer hours, Mondays 11 to 3, Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5:30, Saturdays by appointment only. Check out bestmastertailor.com or Tony's Facebook page if you need more information. Yeah, well, how's that traffic working out for you? It might be a little bit better today than what it was yesterday. I have to tell you, it probably couldn't be much worse. If you weren't around Charleston yesterday and you didn't see all the tie-up that happened, then I'm sure if you're on social media, you saw it, or on your local TV news or whatever, that replacement of the Carter Bridge, not the replacement of the bridge, although the way the traffic looked yesterday, they may have been replacing the actual bridge. That giant crater, the small size of a small to medium-sized car that developed. So work continues on that. They're telling us that by midday today, it might be open back up again. They were able to open up one other lane. So of the three, there's now two open, but it's still quite a bit. When I came into the office around 7:30 or so this morning, now this is westbound, okay, not eastbound. As I'm coming in eastbound, I just happened to, as I was getting off on Virginia Street, I just happened to look over there and I saw the traffic backed up for as far as the eye could see. And I didn't even get on the interstate going home yesterday. I made it home at some point, but without getting on the interstate because, as you may guess, all the back roads were backed up too. But we'll get through it, hopefully midday today, and maybe even while we're on the air. And you can let me know about it if it happens, if they got it taken care of. You can text me, courtesy of Tony the Tailor, 304-935-5008. All right, coming up on the show today, Merrily McCauliffe, our good friend from WOWK-TV 13, is going to stop by. She's actually been tapped to help out with the WVU alumni chapter down in Boone County, their annual pig roast. This thing is huge. And so Merrily is going to join us to talk about that a little bit later on. We got big happenings in the city of Nitro. They're going to do a cruise-in tonight. Joe Stevens, it's actually at Mardi Gras Casino and Resort. Joe Stevens will join us from Nitro to talk about that. And also, the Dirty Birds are back at home tonight. They were on the road this week. They're back at home tonight, and a lot of different activities going on. A Pepperoni Roll Festival. Jill Gearin will join us to talk about that, plus some other things that are going on, so we'll have some other folks in here to talk about that. So we got a lot of stuff to get to this morning, but as always, your calls and texts are welcome. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Vitaylor, text 304-935-5008. It is Friday, though, and after a week off for the Independence holiday, we welcome in Angie Gillenwater from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with this week's Adopt Me, Please Pet of the Week. Angie, good morning, and welcome to the show.
Good morning. It's good to be back.
Thank you. All right. So, as always, our pets' pictures posted on Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and at Dave870 on X. Tell us the story of Crocodile Rock. And I always need to know the story behind the name. And I was joking with producer Ryan. I said, sometimes between you two, I have to ask you what these names mean, because you like to name, you and the folks like to name some references that I don't get because I'm old. I get Crocodile Rock, all right? It was a number one song, Elton John, in 1973, on the Billboard charts, number one in 1973. So I know what Crocodile Rock means. Tell us the story of Crocodile Rock and why did you choose to name it after an Elton John song?
So Crocodile Rock actually came in as a stray with his 3 siblings, who are also named after Elton John songs. We had Mona Lisa, Rocket Man, and Tiny Dancer was the other one. And sitting there trying to think of a unique name, I was the one that named them. I was just having a day where I was really enjoying Elton John and hits of that era. So Elton John fan anyway. So I just, rather than calling them Elton John or whatever, wanted it to be kind of unique and name them after songs.
Well, there is one Elton John song that you could have named, and because I like my job, I don't want to get fired. I'm not going to mention the exact title, but Elton John had a big hit record with a song called "The Blank Is Back," and it starts with a B, and I'll leave it at that. So better that you name it after the song Crocodile Rock than "The Blank Is Back."
Right, yeah. As I was scrolling through the Elton John track list, I said, okay, well, we won't be using that one.
Won't be using that one. All right. So tell us about Crocodile Rock.
Crocodile Rock is one of the perfect ages. He's 8 months old, so he's out of your velociraptor puppy age, and I'm using air quotes there, where he wants to chew everything and, run around with lots of energy. But he's still younger, so he's got some spunk. He's the perfect age for taking out into public, going on hikes, things like that. He's very sweet, hasn't met a stranger yet. He loves other dogs, and I don't see him having any issues with cats. He's, like I said, still a puppy, and they're fairly easy to introduce to your cats at home.
And you said he's 8 months old. He's male, vaccinated, not neutered yet, but will be. Seems to be great with other dogs. Matter of fact, fantastic with other dogs. Loves to be around kids. Any idea of what kind of dog he may be?
So that is a tough one. His siblings kind of resembled boxers in a way. They had more of like a smushy face with like those little triangle-shaped ears. So I would say maybe like a boxery mix, but he doesn't really have that look about him like his siblings did.
And as you mentioned, he has been fostered in the past, and his previous foster parent said he was just an awesome dog all around.
Correct. Yeah, they said that he was a great dog. They had no complaints. The only reason they ended up bringing him back is because they were going out of town for the 4th of July.
Right.
So he's a great dog, and they said that they would take him back in a heartbeat.
Talking to Angie Gillenwater from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with this week's Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is presented in part by Generations Physical Therapy. 9 practices, all offering extended hours, so access to physical therapy has never been easier. For an appointment, 304-760-5660 or visit generationspt.com. You got an event coming up called Adoptions After Dark. What is that all about?
So that is my attempt to get more people into our building that maybe normally wouldn't during our business hours, because I know a lot of people work. So Adoptions After Dark next Friday, which is July 18th, we're going to be open until 10 p.m. It's the last day, or one of the last days of our adoption special we have going on right now. So I'm hoping to see lots of people that, couldn't make it because they, had work that day. I'm hoping to see lots of teenagers bored because it's Friday night and there was nothing else to do. I'm hoping to see a lot of people that we don't normally see during our open business hours.
Well, we'll wish you the best of luck with that, and we'll talk about it, of course, next week. And you're doing some hiring up there.
Yes, we are. We have open interviews going on next week. You can check out our Facebook page to get all the details for it. And we are hiring for pretty much anywhere in our building: adoptions, admissions, animal care. Even our medical team is needing some extra hands right now. So we are hiring, and be sure to check out those open interviews. And
we do get people sometimes when we talk about any place that's hiring, they'll say, what's the age minimum on this? So what's the youngest you could hire? Because it could be a good job for maybe a high school kid or somebody younger. What ages are you looking at? What's the youngest?
So the youngest that we have hired is the age of 17 years old, and that was turning close to 18. So if you're between the 17-18 range, we can hire you. All right. You got this Bissell, the Bissell Pet Foundation, which does fantastic work. Hats off to the folks at Bissell. They got their Empty the Shelter event that's continuing as well. Yes. The last day for the Empty the Shelters adoption special is July 19th. and we are including all the animals in the building. Cats and kittens are $50 to adopt, and dogs and select puppies are $25 to adopt.
And Tuxes and Tails is coming up.
Actually, it would be Kegs for Canines.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get my events mixed up. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. Kegs for How could I, of all people, forget the word keg? But anyway, go ahead.
Kegs for Canines is slowly creeping up on us in August. It is a fundraiser for us where all we require of you is to purchase a ticket, come hang out, and drink beer and pet dogs.
All right. It sounds like a dang good time to me right there. And again, we'll be giving you more information on Kegs for Canines. We had a text here for you. It said, have any of the piglets that fell out of the truck on McCauliffe yesterday been brought to the shelter? If so, how are they doing? Last count was 4.
Not yet. None of them have been brought to the shelter yet. And what's funny is, as I was sitting in traffic yesterday, I saw that truck. But to my knowledge, all of the piglets that have been recovered have been taken to vets throughout the Charleston area, because I think a lot of them were in pretty serious condition from falling from the truck. But we haven't received any yet. I'm sure if some come to our shelter, you will see that on our Facebook page as well, because that'll be very exciting.
All right. We got another text here for you. Well, first of all, I got to back up. So how did the piglets just fell off of a truck?
So there was a transport truck sitting in the standstill traffic yesterday, and there was a latch loose on the bottom of the truck, and piglets were just falling out, and the driver was completely unaware that was going on.
So we just had, like, pigs running rampant. Is that what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's from what I'm hearing and seeing on Facebook, we had piglets just running up and down the interstate.
All right. Well, that's something you don't see every day, but in Charleston and with the traffic, it's just another day. Hope that they'll be okay. All right. What do you need donations-wise?
So some big things right now are wet kitten food specifically for kittens, and Dawn dishwashing liquid are things that we are at a zero on in our supply. So Dawn dishwashing liquid or any brand, and wet kitten food.
What about the towels? Because I know you were collecting towels.
Yeah, still that is a 100% always need those. Okay. Towels, blankets, sheets, all that.
All right. We got another text for you. You're popular. Can high school students get their community service credit hours by volunteering at the shelter?
Absolutely. We would love for you guys to come up there and help us. You can stop by the shelter anytime that we are open, and we can, get you started that day or give you information on how to get started.
All right, Angie, I appreciate it, and we'll talk again next week. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You as well, Angie. Gillenwater, Canal Charleston Humane Association. Crocodile Rock is the name of our pet of the week this week, and he's 8 months old. He's male, vaccinated, not yet neutered, but will be. Great with other dogs, would love to be around kids. And the dog's named after an Elton John song. So there you go. There's your reason. If you want to see Crocodile Rock's picture, I've got it posted over on my social media. It's Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and at Dave A70 on X. So go check out Crocodile Rock, and let's get Crocodile Rock a home. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-500. We have the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Live Healthy West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. It's a podcast promoting healthier lifestyles in and beyond the state. Check out the latest episodes, WVMetronews.com, under the podcast menu. We'll take a break. Joe Stevens from the city of Nitro is coming up next on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses care for your family.
My name's Chris Miller. I'm president of Dutch Miller Automotive. Jarrett Construction completely renovated and helped redesign Dutch Miller Kia in South Charleston. The fit and the finish and the quality of the project is exceptional. He has an attention to detail and an eye for that kind of stuff. You always want to give your best to your customer. It's just as important to him as it is to you. If you're ever looking to build anything, I'd call Jarrett Construction, because you know exactly you're going to get something excellent every single time.
Call on Jarrett Construction. Get ready for the upcoming high school football season by downloading the Metro News television app. See summer previews from the state's top teams. Plus, watch Talk Line, Sports Line, 3 Guys Before the Game, Metro News Middays, and Hotline right on your smart TV or streaming device. Get the Metro News television app from the Apple App Store or Google Marketplace. Metro News Television is powered by Dan Cava GMC, Gillenwater, Lou Wendell Marine, Stike Wealth Enhancement, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and Polka Valley Bank.
Welcome back to the show, 922, the Dave Allen Show and 580 Live, brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants. Poor indoor air quality can cause a variety of health issues, allergies, respiratory problems, and more. Pinnacle offers specialized indoor air quality services for residential, commercial, and industrial type settings. Visit pinnaclecorp.net, because what you don't know can hurt you. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony Vitaylor, text 304-935-5008. Merrily McCauliffe, our good friend from WOWK-TV 13, is going to join us a little bit later on to talk about this big pig roast event going down in Boone County. Has absolutely nothing to do, Ryan, before you say anything, with the piglet story. Nothing, absolutely nothing to do with that. This is a separate thing. So she's going to join us a little bit later on. Also, we will be joined by Joe Gearin from the Dirty Birds and some other folks, because there's actually a couple of big events going on over at the ballpark. The Dirty Birds are back in town after their road swing, and there is a pepperoni roll festival going on. But there's also some things in the area of STEM, and we're going to talk to a few folks about that coming up. Let's bring in now our good friend from the city of Nitro, Joe Stevens. Good morning. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, David. How are you?
I am doing fine. Having a good summer so far, sir?
Oh, my goodness. Hey, we were 18 games behind 500. We're only 8 games behind 500 now, so progress is being made, as we always seem to talk baseball.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really wasn't referring to your beloved Baltimore Orioles, but that's okay. I'm just happy for, and I'm even wearing my Reds polo today. I'm just happy that this season that the Reds aren't woefully, so far behind. I mean, they're behind, but not as far behind as what we normally are coming up on the All-Star break. So that's a win. That's a win. All right, what you got going on in Nitro tonight?
Well, once a month, usually the first Friday of every summer month, the Nitro Antique Car Club has a cruise-in here in Nitro and on 2nd Avenue. We close down 2nd Avenue, and we have about 100 cars or so, 150 cars that come out and just on a Friday night, music and free food and that sort of thing. Well, we're taking that party on the road tonight, and we're going to do it at the Mardi Gras Casino and Resort in Nitro. The folks at Mardi Gras, Carl Waitner, the general manager, and his team up there has invited the car club to come up there, and we're going to throw it down from about 5 to 8 tonight, my friend.
You had me at free food.
Oh, I mean, that's that 4-letter word that you can actually say on the radio and enjoy.
And you've also got some stuff for veterans going on up there as well, right?
Yeah, anytime we have an event in Nitro, we always try to be able to provide some type of information for some type of group, suicide prevention, the dementia group. This time around, again, we're really focusing on veterans. There'll be some groups up there having information. If you're a veteran, you're having some questions about what you can have as being a veteran and that sort of thing. They will have information booths up there. So come on up and get some free food. We're having hot dogs, chips, and pop and water, and all being provided by the Mardi Gras Casino and Resort.
And when you say it's a cruise-in, I mean, what kind of cars specifically come out to these things? What are you expecting for tonight?
Well, all kinds of cars and trucks. There'll be some Model A's probably coming up all the way to, I know the Corvette Club in the area. They bring their car, a lot of time they bring their cars up, but folks open up the garage. It's going to be a nice night. They bring it out. It gives them a chance to have a ride and head and have a good time. And and what's really neat, Dave, is also they take donations for their free food. If you feel like donating to the club, and how the club uses the money is they give back to the communities that they are involved in. For instance, they're very involved in the Marine Corps' Toys for Tots every year, and they take the money that they raise throughout the summertime during the cruise-ins, and they probably buy 20 to 30 bicycles and just turn them over to the Marine Corps, and all the club members come in with stuff, but they contribute back. They've contributed to the Nitro History and Wars Museum, but they just reach out to the community and just show their love for being in the Kanawha Valley area.
Talking again with Joe Stevens about this big cruise-in that's going on this evening at Mardi Gras Casino and Resort. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Text here for you, Joe says, is the car show rain or shine tonight?
It is going on, and right now this weather forecast. I'm talking to Spencer Atkins of WOWK. He says it's going to be dry and it's going to be fun, and just head up on the hill, be there. But yes, if the weather does turn on us, and it never does that, does it, David?
No,
but,
never.
If the weather does, if it does, we will make a decision and we'll get it out on social media through the Mardi Gras Facebook page and the City of Nitro's Facebook page and the Antique Car Club's Facebook page. But right now we're clean and green.
And you don't have to
in yellow for sun.
You don't have to register ahead of time, right? You just kind of jump in.
Exactly. This is a cruise-in where you just kind of bring your cars up and have them out on display. And that we will have a car show, the annual Antique Car Club car show, where they give out trophies and prizes and that sort of thing. That will be September 6th here in Nitro during Boomtown days. But this one, just a cruise in, you got something old. That's why they let me attend all the time. I'm an antique.
I resisted the temptation when you were talking about Model A's to ask you if that was the car you took to your high school prom. I resisted the temptation, Joseph, just so you know.
Actually, it was a 72 Torino, but that's another story for another time.
You went all Starsky and Hutch there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A few years later after that. All right, before we let you go, what else? I mean, you mentioned about the Boomtown Days coming up. That's in September, but what else is new in Nitro these days?
Well, obviously the new pickleball court, the indoor pickleball court at the Nitro Athletic Complex. It's getting a lot of play. A lot of folks are getting membership. Actually, Dave, when you could be playing 24/7 because it's available to members. When you can't sleep at night at 2:00, you can grab that pickleball paddle and head on over and play a few rounds. I know that's something high on your list.
Yes,
of priorities.
absolutely.
But the pickleball courts are doing great. A lot of people are enjoying it. So that's the big thing right now. And we just kind of just let it. Oh, one thing yesterday that happened, and you may have Mayor Casebold on here soon to talk about it. But the old Nitro High School, which is right there at the corner of 2nd Avenue and 21st Street, that was auctioned off yesterday, and Nitro's Land Reuse Authority purchased it on the auction. So now we're just going to be figuring out what to do with the building. But the old high school building is property of the city.
All right. Got another text here for you. You're popular. Everybody's popular but me today. Angie Gillenwater was too. Old car cruise-ins used to have a DJ playing some 50s and 60s music. Anything like that, says a texter.
Wouldn't have it without it. Clint Carpenter will be up there spinning the tunes of yesterday, and it's exactly what the texter described. The music will be playing by Clint, and it'll be happening. Like I said, it'll be happening from 5 to 8. They usually show up a little bit earlier than that, but the cars will be coming in. And talking to Carl Waitner of the general manager of Mardi Gras, he says, if people want to stay past 8 o'clock, we'll keep on going.
All right. Let me go back to before I let you go back to the old Nitro High School situation. Any idea? I mean, I don't want to speculate and get you in any kind of trouble on the air, but have you heard anything about what may happen to it? Is it going to be raised or what? Or do we know yet?
To be determined.
TBT. Spoken like a true governmental official. I appreciate that. All right, Joe, we'll see you up there tonight, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Joe Stevens from the city of Nitro, 9:31. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Bridge Valley, offering custom-tailored trainings to supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu. Metro News Midday with 13 News and Tonight Live anchor Amanda Barron and me coming up at noon today. It's Friday, which means we'll take a little break from the news, at least for a bit. We'll introduce you to another great eatery in the state of West Virginia on our lunch spot segment during the 1 o'clock hour. We're going to go to the Eastern Panhandle for that. Montgomery Mayor Greg Ingram is on the show today. May have read about this. There's some big-time controversy and battle going on between the city of Montgomery and West Virginia University. Some promises that the mayor says simply weren't kept. And now with WVU President Gee going off into retirement, what's going to happen next? We'll discuss that. Delegate Dana Farrell is going to stop by, political columnist Mark Curtis, and, of course, Open Line West Virginia. Metro News Midday, powered by Selango Law, coming up at noon today. Now, on this show on Monday, former Charleston Mayor Danny Jones, who's been a little bit under the weather, is going to be back in the saddle with us on Monday's show. Lisa Odie from the Let's Talk podcast will be here, and Kanawha County Commissioner Lance Wheeler is going to be making a return visit. Now, he was on the show yesterday talking about that ribbon cutting, which is happening tomorrow at Meadowwood there in the Tornado area. But there's more news coming from Commissioner Wheeler. He's asked for some airtime to make a big announcement. So we'll find out what that announcement is. That's coming up on Monday's show. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Vitaler text 304-935-5008. Text says, Dave, the Department of Highways is a joke. One of my friends has retired from it recently, and if the public knew some of the stuff that went on there, their management is terrible, and this could have been done overnight like most things that they stop daytime traffic for. Their road patching is also very flawed. They know the right way to do it, but won't. Well, this was not taking issue with the texture, but this was an emergency type situation. One of those things where they had to do it like right now. From what I understand, we had Mr. Walker, Brent Walker, from the Department of Highways on Metro News Midday yesterday, and this was one of those things like it had to be done right now. But projects that can be done overnight should be done overnight. I 100% agree with that. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by Huston's Pizza. This month, get yourself a regularly priced large 18-inch pizza and get a free 2-liter of Pepsi. Find your nearest Huston's at HustonsPizza.com. Merrily McCauliffe from WOWK-TV 13 is going to join us to talk about this WVU Alumni and Friends Pig Roast going on down in Boone County. She'll join us. She's a big part of that. She'll join us to talk about that a little bit later on. And we're going to talk a little Dirty Birds when we come back on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses have been creating jobs in West Virginia since 1997.
Earn more with 4 at the best community bank in the Kanawha Valley, Poca Valley Bank. Poca Valley Bank is now offering a certificate of deposit special, 10-month APY, annual percentage yield 4%. Take advantage of this great rate to grow your savings. For more information, stop by one of the 8 Poca Valley Bank locations today. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter.
Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates based on minimum annual percentage yield, subject to change without notice. Minimum deposit required of $10,000 of new money not currently on deposit with Poca Valley Bank to receive APY. Member FDIC.
The summer driving season is underway here in West Virginia, and if you're still dragging that old worn-out ride up and down the turnpike, it's time for an upgrade. Get to Walker Chevrolet and Nitro, where Gene and Ryan have packed the lot this summer with inventory, both new and used, and they've got the car, truck, or SUV that's going to be perfect for your summer adventures. And you know you're going to get the best deal possible at Walker because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. Now, there are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals. And don't forget, Walker Chevrolet is still buying cars, too. Yeah, that's right. All makes and models are welcome at Walker, and they're going to give you top dollar for it, even if you plan to buy somewhere else. The car of your dreams is waiting right now at Walker Chevrolet in the shadow of the Interstate Bridge, just off the Nitro exit of I-64. Walker Chevrolet, making friends one deal at a time.
Rev up your engines for the Nitro Antique Car Club Cruise-In this Friday, July 11th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Mardi Gras Casino and Resort in Nitro. See an incredible display of antique cars of all shapes and sizes. It's free to attend with hot dogs, chips, and water for everyone. Enjoy plenty of free parking and stop by the information booths for veterans. Don't miss this classic car event this Friday, July 11th at Mardi Gras Casino and Resort. Be there.
Welcome back to the show. 24 minutes away from 10. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony V. Taylor text 304-935-500. Ava Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Fresh Air Filters of Tays Valley. Fresh Air, your trusted filter experts for both your home or business. 304-440-1104 or visit freshairfilters.us. Because everyone deserves fresh air. Big doings at Gillenwater Ballpark this weekend. Joe Gearin from the Dirty Birds is here as well as newcomer to the show, Abigail Cunningham. Jill, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thanks, Dave.
Haven't been on in a while.
I know. I was just thinking about it. It's been a minute.
What you been up to here lately?
A lot of baseball.
Really? Is that what you do?
Yeah, I do a little bit of baseball.
A little baseball here and there. So they just wrapped up a road swing, right?
Yep.
How we doing? How's the season looking?
Not bad. So we just started the second half. So remember, in minor league baseball, you don't have an overall record of making it to the playoffs. It's the second half. So we basically have a clean slate. So to start off the second half, I believe we're 3-3 right now. So we're doing all right. Not bad.
And who we playing this weekend?
This weekend is Hagerstown, so it should be a good matchup. We did lose to them earlier in the first half, but we have some new guys, so we're excited, and we're pushing for the second half. That's when we made it to the championship last year, was in the second half.
Yeah, I remember that. The second half was everything last year. How does it work when you get the new guys in? Talk about that briefly.
Yeah, it's a little different. So we, meet them, and they come in, and they just kind of have to hop right in. It's a little bit different. It's not like a college where you have everyone there the entire time. It's not like affiliated ball where you've known each other for years and you've been to spring training together. So it is different figuring out the chemistry, but our guys are good. They're excited to play baseball, and they're here to compete.
And of course, in minor league baseball, promotions are just almost as important as the game, because you had so many great promotions, and we've got some we're going to be working on with you. Matter of fact, we were talking about it during the break. We're going to be doing an 80s night here pretty soon, and we are pumped about that, to be there. I mean, we had a bunch of old heads up here in this building, like myself. We're excited about that. But you're doing some things this weekend, and we've got Abigail Cunningham with us. Abigail, why don't you introduce yourself to the folks?
Hi, my name is Abigail Cunningham, and I am the Development and Communications Coordinator for Community Autism Resources and Education Systems, CARES.
Okay, and I did on the promo, I said I got a couple of Jills coming in because I thought Jill Scarborough was going to join us, but Abigail, you'll do fine, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Just pay attention to Jill, to this Jill over here. You'll do fine. So what kind of work do you do within that job?
So communication side of things, I'm in charge of basically everything that everyone sees. So
sees,
social
hears,
media,
does, yeah.
Exactly. Social media, newsletter, marketing, all of that good stuff. And then development is fundraising. So I'm writing grants. I'm trying to make connections. And Jill is the queen of connections, as you guys know. She's the one that's got us in with the Dirty Birds and has made such an amazing partnership. We're so grateful to be working with them.
All right, so what do we got going on here? Jill, I'll let you jump in here. Because we got several things going on to Ballpark this weekend, but tell us about this event specifically and this partnership.
Yeah, so this is tonight. Gates open at 5:30. As you know, Friday is Freebie Friday. We always have a giveaway, and this one is kind of sensory themed. So we're calling it STEM City Night, not necessarily a sensory friendly night because it's still a ball game. There's still going to be loud noises and things like that, but there will be sensory rooms, a sensory shack, resources to learn about autism and like people like CARES, organizations like CARES, WV Able, people like that, where there are resources to help families, I guess kind of like acclimate, right? Is that the right word? Acclimate for if they have someone with autism. And it's going to be a really fun event. We're really excited to partner with CARES. This is the second year that we're partnering with them, but the first time in a big way during baseball season. So in your role as communications, what you and Jill Scarborough and others do, what kind of information do you try to get out to people? I mean, people that may not understand it, because you hear, and Jill's been on this show and on Metro News Midday with me several times, and you hear this blanket term like autism, and there's so many different factors. What in the limited time that you have when you do events like this, what is it that you try to impart upon people?
Really, it's education and acceptance. So an event like tonight for STEM City, we are having such a mixed audience. So there'll be families with children with autism and then general community members who may not know very much about autism. So STEM City is really important because we have an opportunity to show people what STEMming is and that we all do it.
What is it?
It's self-regulation.
And what does it stand? Because it stands for something, right?
Like stimulation, like stimming.
Short. Okay,
yeah,
short.
Like if you're overstimulized.
I got it.
So it's a way to regulate when you're a little overstimulated or you're nervous. So I fiddle with my rings, my bracelets. That's how I stim. I see you're chewing gum over there. That might be how you stim.
I didn't realize I did that. I mean, not for that purpose. Yeah.
A lot of us don't even realize we do it in some ways. And our kids with autism, they do get a little more overstimulated than we do. They perceive the world differently, so they stim in different ways that are maybe more obvious. So trying to impart that knowledge on other people that we all do it, we just all do it differently, and that's okay.
Well, I've learned something about myself here. I thought I just liked gum. There you go. There you go. So how important is a partnership like this for the Dirty Birds to get involved in this?
Remember, the Dirty Birds aren't just a baseball team. We're a community center. That's what our big goal is, especially when Andy Shea took over the team, was this is a community space and a community space for everyone, including people with autism, family with autism. And for me, my mom was a special ed teacher, and I remember hearing stories about families not feeling comfortable going out in the community because they were afraid of their child being overstimulated and having a breakdown, and being able to have Gillenwater Ballpark with the Dirty Birds be a quote-unquote safe space for that, where we're going to have sensory rooms up in the suite level. We are working on having a sensory shack for every single event that we have at the ballpark, too. We have sensory-friendly bags. So being able to be a true community space genuinely means for everyone.
Now, this is just one, because like I said, it's a busy weekend at the ballpark. So let's kind of fast forward to what's going on tomorrow.
Yep, our pepperoni Roll Festival is back, and we're doing it at a different time. Last year was at 3 o'clock, but this time we want it to be kind of surrounding the baseball game. So gates open at 5 o'clock for that. You can come taste some different pepperoni rolls from different partnerships, and then stay late for the Mega Blast fireworks. And, of course, Sundays always kids get in for free, 12 and under, $1 water bottles, $1 mini golf as well.
Now, will the players be wearing the pepperoni rolls? Will they transition into that, or is that not going to happen?
Not this year. So when we did the Pepperoni Roll Festival, I think the second year, we did the jerseys and everything, and we auctioned them off. So we don't have those anymore. We are hoping to do that for next year, but we do still have some pepperoni roll hats that are for sale in the team store.
All right. Sounds like it's going to be a great weekend, and you had us some pepperoni rolls.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. It's right behind the press box, too, so I'm going to sneak out pretty much every half inning to grab a bite of pepperoni roll.
Now, you not being from here, as we say in West Virginia, were you aware of pepperoni rolls at all before you came here?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. No.
Because it's really not a thing. I mean, in outside Appalachia, specifically out of West Virginia, and it's one of the few foods that I think West Virginia can say is 100% ours.
Yes.
Because some of the country foods that I grew up on, the pinto beans and cornbread, I mean, that comes from other places,
right.
Many times the origins being in the countries that we all came from. But pepperoni rolls, man, that's, even my buddy Tony the Tailor, who is Mr. Everything when it comes to Italian culture, will tell you that particular thing is pretty much a West Virginia thing only.
Definitely. I did not know what it was until I stepped foot in the ballpark and saw that we sold them, and I didn't really understand what it was. Tried it, love it. I've been ordering at different restaurants. My husband loves them, so we've been eating a lot of pepperoni lately.
Yeah, well, it's good stuff, and there's so many different ways to make them. They're almost like hot dogs. I mean, and people get into arguments over what's a real West Virginia pepperoni. As I referenced Tony says if it doesn't have stick pepperoni, it's not a pepperoni roll, and if it has cheese on it, it's not a pepperoni roll.
Interesting.
So, it's Tony. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But anyway, it's going to be a great weekend. What you got going on Sunday?
On Sunday is our normal family fun Sunday. Nothing extra to it, but it's a great day because kids 12 and under get in for free. It's a 3:04 start, so if you're like me and don't like driving home at night, it's the perfect game to come out because you're usually driving home in the sun still.
There you go. Well, it's going to be a great weekend at the ballpark. You guys always do a fantastic job. And Abigail, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. You said you're everything communication, so if people want any information about anything that you guys do outside of the Dirty Birds, what's the best way to do that? Just check out on social media or what?
Yeah, you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram at WV Cares for Autism, or go to our website, wvcaresforautism.org.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. And Jill, it's always great to see you. We got the Pepperoni Roll Festival going on. We got this thing going on. Fireworks.
Fireworks on Saturday. Yep. Stim City tonight. Tomorrow is Pepperoni Roll Festival, fireworks on Saturday, and then Sunday kids get in for free. And as always, you can just go to dirtybirdsbaseball.com.
You guys do a fantastic job with your social media. That's where I get all the information from. I don't have the schedule, though, in front of me. Are we home or away next week?
So next week, we will be home Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. To be frank with you, I don't remember who we're playing. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then we're on the road for another week.
All right. Guys, I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the ballpark this weekend.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, it's 9:45. We'll take the break just a little bit early. You like pig roast? Are you a pig roast person?
I've never tried one, to be honest with you. Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Big event going on down in Boone County with the WVU Alumni Association. They do this thing. They've done it for years. It's a big pig roast that's going on this weekend. Merrily McCauliffe, our good friend from WOWK-TV 13, somehow got roped into this sort of thing. And so she is going to join us when we come back to talk about it right after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses are small businesses with big impact, including Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness.
Summer savings are happening right now at Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane, and you can't afford to miss this. Now, you know that Gene and Ryan have built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals. But those deals are getting better this summer. That's because right now Walker has employee pricing going on all month long. Yeah, that's right. You pay what we pay. Check this out. New 2025 Ram crew cabs with up to $12,500 off MSRP. You'll also find new Ram 2500 crew cabs priced with up to $10,000 off MSRP. And if an SUV for a family vacation is what you're after this summer, look no further than the Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's the one with third row seating, and you'll find it right now Walker priced with up to $8,000 off MSRP. Don't wait, because these deals and this inventory aren't going to last long. Take that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64. Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Foundation issues? Wet basement? Drainage problems? Contact Foster Foundation Repair. Locally owned and operated by a licensed professional engineer, Foster Foundation Repair provides rock-solid service with certified results. Contact us today for a free evaluation. Foster Foundation Repair. Rock-solid service. Certified results. FosterFoundationRepair.com. West Virginia Contractor License WV061105.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Free.
This Tuesday on Hotline with Dave Weekly, it's Tickets Tuesday, TBT edition. Call in during the show for your chance to win tickets to the basketball tournament at the Charleston Coliseum featuring Best Virginia and Heard That coming up on Friday, July 18th. A family 4-pack of tickets is also up for grabs to see the WVU and Marshall alumni squads. Listen and win this Tuesday afternoon from 3 to 6 with Dave Weekly, only on 580 WCHS.
12 minutes away from 10, Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Taylor text 304-935-5008. Text says, it's always a great day when you can get free food and drinks during your hectic nonstop day. First, it's free Slurpees at 7-Eleven, then free Mardi Gras casino food in Nitro tonight. I forgot. I guess 7-Eleven still does that. I guess there's free Slurpees on 7-Eleven. Back in the day, other radio stations that I worked at, we used to do a live broadcast from 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven. And one particular, a couple times, we actually did like 3 7-Elevens in one day. Started in the morning, packed up, went to the other 7-Eleven and then the other 7-Eleven. So, all right, sales team, get Ryan and me out to a 7-Eleven for some Slurpees. Text says, you can say what you want, but our state has hit rock bottom. It's the worst I've seen in 62 years. No matter what party you support, it doesn't take away what the eye can see and ears to hear. There's not a good outlook for our state. Sad to be a Mountaineer. On that happy note, let me bring in our good friend Merrily McCauliffe from WOWK-TV 13. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Dave?
Welcome to our new digs. You've been on the show several times, but you've never been here during this.
It looks great. I've heard everyone comment when they come in for the first time. It looks great. It almost looks like the backdrop of a stand-up comedy routine. I feel like you're going to tell me a joke. Pretty much it is. with
not necessarily with Amanda, but with me, it
looks great.
It pretty much is. And that's genuine simulated brick. Okay, we spared no expense.
I've heard.
Okay.
It looks great.
All right. All right, so let's go to Boone County for a moment. You're doing a pig roast, is that right?
Yeah, this is going to be a really good time. I have to say I have not been before, but they reached out and needed an MC, and here I am, and I'm so excited to go. So the event is taking place this Saturday, the 12th, and it's going to be at Waterways, so a really great venue. There's going to be food, games, prizes, 2 pigs they're roasting. It's just going to fill the area with a pig roast smell. It's going to be great.
You know, last segment we had Jill Gearin on for the Dirty Birds, and she revealed, and Jill and I have known each other for a couple of years now, and she revealed 2 things to me, that she'd never had a pepperoni roll until she came to West Virginia, which is acceptable, but she'd also never, even now, has never been to a pig roast.
Oh, we can change that this Saturday.
You're a Southern person, right? You're a Southern person, sort of.
I would say. I mean, I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
That's in the South.
Hey, there you go.
All right, so you know about pig roast, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to have a good time. Eat a lot of barbecue. There's tickets are $35, by the way, and you'll get dinner, drinks. They've got great entertainment too. Claudia Hoyser is going to be there, as well as Brandon Williamson, and they're both really great musical artists. They do a lot of country music and some originals. It's just going to be such a great time. Really looking forward to it.
And the sponsor is this? I mean, who are we out there for?
Yes. Okay. So the WVU alumni and friends are putting this on, and it's such a great opportunity for folks to come out and just mingle with everyone in WVU friends. And, this is also a fundraiser for a Boone County student to attend WVU. So it's really a neat opportunity to have fun for a reason.
And it's not that far away. It's just at Waterways. So it's, 15 minutes, 20 minutes,
right.
Depending on traffic. Of course, these days with traffic, you'll have to say, well, it's 4 days to get there.
Oh no,
it won't be.
Hopefully we won't have to contend with any traffic.
No, we should be. Were you caught up in all that yesterday? Were you probably already at work, I guess, when it was?
I checked the 511 cameras on the way out, and I saw what was going on. And there really wasn't a lot of relief because the back roads were also backed up.
Oh, I know.
It was just really unfortunate.
Yeah, well,
I was not stuck in it, no.
No, hopefully we'll get that taken care of. And again, this organization, I'm very well aware of what they do down there. What's the official? It's the WVU
right.
Alumni and Friends.
It's sort of a good problem to have. They were growing so much that it wasn't just WVU alumni. It was other folks wanted to help. So it's a WVU Alumni and Friends organization. So it's alumni and community members and fans of the university coming together, looking for a reason to celebrate for a cause. And this is what they've come up with, and people love it.
And good news from the news department, they've opened all lanes of traffic.
Oh, did that just happen?
It just literally happened right there.
Incredible. You heard it here live, everybody.
You heard it here live. We
Fantastic.
break news here. All lanes are open. Now, it'll be another couple hours before the traffic starts moving like it's supposed to. But all lanes are open, according to Jeff Jenkins in the newsroom. Let me see. Jeff is also saying, going to take a few minutes. What I just said, you're going to take a few minutes to get the traffic flow back to normal. I'm going to go ahead and predict it's probably going to take longer than that. Yeah. And, we've been spending a lot of time talking about WVU this week because, Rich Rod we actually carried some of that press conference on Metro News midday the other day, and we've had people on the show talking about the return of Rich Rod. There is an excitement about this program right now, and time heals all wounds, as they say, and a lot of folks remember the days when how Rich Rod left, but he's back, and there's such a fever, I think, with this program right now. What are you guys hearing over where you work?
Well, yeah, same. And, my husband is a WVU alumni and a big fan of the football team, too. And so he's excited, going to see what happens.
And all these former players are taking part in it. I mean, they're coming back as coaches and that's something, and we talked about this on the show. I had Jim Workman on, the president of the Sports Writers Association, on yesterday. We talked about that right or wrong, some of the former players, and I've talked to several of them, just did not feel welcome under Coach Brown or Coach Holgerson. And, I'm not throwing any shade on them. I'm just saying that the players told me they just didn't feel welcome as part of the program. Rich Rod's a guy that gets it. He gets Mountaineer culture. He's a Mountaineer, and so just a lot of excitement. And this time, I'm a football fanatic, and this time in July, and I love baseball. But in July, I'm thinking, gosh, is preseason football ever going to get here and whatever? I mean, I need Merrily, that feeling of being disappointed by my Dallas Cowboys. I need that rush of them losing when Prescott does something stupid. I need that in my life.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, it probably will happen. What time's everything start tomorrow night?
So it's going to kick off at 4 p.m. on Saturday, and the food will be served at 4:30 at Waterways.
Okay, and do you need to get your tickets in advance?
So tickets No, you can get them when you enter, so you can get them at the event.
Yeah, okay. And I haven't looked ahead. Should ask Spencer Adkins what the weather's going to be tomorrow night.
It's going to be hot.
Going to be hot.
The last few days have really been just hit or miss with these showers, but it seems like it will just be toasty.
And, if you're not a pig roast kind of person, all the fixins, as they say. See, I knew I'd get the Southern out of you somehow. All the fixins will be there. We in this business get asked to MC these events all the time, but unfortunately, sometimes there's only so much time in a day, and we have to pass up. As a TV personality, though, what do you get out of this? I mean, going out and meeting with people and doing this.
Meeting with the people. So this will be the first time I do the pig roast, and I'm really looking forward to it and hanging out with the crowd there. And I just finished up doing the regatta, and I was helping out doing the wiener dog race. And that was just so much fun. I feel like we have a really good mix of unique events. We have so many unique events that any one of these events you go to, you're going to have a good time, and they're all supporting local projects. So it's just a lot of fun. And
going back to the wiener dog race, I have to give a shout out to my good friend and frequent sparring partner, Mike Pushkin, Delegate Mike Pushkin, State Democratic Party Chair, whose dog Daisy won the I'm not a wiener dog category. Is that what it was?
Okay, so it was so funny. I saw him there. I guess there wasn't enough dogs to race against Daisy, so we pulled my dog out of the crowd. Pebbles is a wiener dog mix of all different kinds, so they raced against each other, and Pebbles lost, so congratulations to Daisy.
Yeah,
they were in the same heat.
Yeah, well, we had Pushkin on the show the other day, and he was a little upset because he couldn't bring Daisy in because I think Daisy wanted to take like a victory lap or something here. So, I do need to throw this in here. Older adults should protect themselves against severe respiratory disease. Talk to your doctor about flu, COVID-19, and RSV vaccines. Risk less, do more. Get started at vaccines.gov, paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I think sometimes, again, and this is a little inside baseball here, but sometimes when we do these jobs like you and I do, you sit in these boxes and you don't get out to see enough people sometimes because you're working 14 hours, if not more, sometimes a day, and you can't do every event that people ask you, but sometimes you do like to get out. And had a radio consultant one time tell me, he said, sometimes you got to get out among real people. Because we're not real people. We're not real normal people. Sometimes you got to get out and you just got to find out what's on people. And doing talk radio, I hear what's on people's minds. But you get to actually get out and see people and talk to them, find out what's going on in their lives, find out that their lives are far more interesting than ours are because all we do is work. So there you go.
Yeah, we're working all the time.
I'm in therapy for it, just so you know. I'm just going to let you know. Merrily, I appreciate you being here. What's going on with you folks over at 13? I hear it from my co-host, Amanda Barron, but I actually want the truth this time. So I'm kidding. Go ahead.
We have an exciting thing going on right now. We have an app. So on the Roku app, we are all contributing our own half-hour show. And mine is sort of a continuation of Good Day at 4, the 4 o'clock show I do on WOWK, where I talk to folks having events that are going on, and it'll be a little bit more of that, sort of an expansion of that. So, for example, I had Denise Workman with the Pig Roast come on and talk on Good Day at 4, as well as talk on this app that we're doing. And my show, the new show for me, is called Community Matters with Merrily. And we've just got a couple episodes under our belt, and it can be viewed on the Roku app.
All right. Well, appreciate, as always, you taking time out of your schedule to be here. Again, before we let you go, give us the information on the event tomorrow, just so we make sure everybody knows it.
Yes, everybody, the WVU Alumni and Friends Pig Roast. It's happening in Boone County at Waterways. Gates open at 4. You can get your tickets there, and food will be served at 4:30. It's going to be such a great time, and I really look forward to everybody being there. And everybody that needs to get their Mountaineer fix on, now would be the time to do it. Merrily, I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot. Hang out with me here just one second. Text says, just crossed Carter westbound. Smooth sailing with no backup, says a texter. Text says, I hope that someone has told the stories and showed the videos to those new Mountaineer players of exactly what Pat White, Steve Slayton, the runaway beer truck, Owen Schmidt, and Pat McAfee mean. So much of us as fans and representatives of the school and our whole state as a whole. Very good way to leave it. All right.
Merrily McCauliffe, I appreciate you being here. Thanks to all the other guests on the show. Again, coming up on Monday, a big announcement from Kanawha County Commissioner Lance Wheeler. He'll be on the show. Lisa Odie from the Let's Talk podcast will stop by, and former Charleston Mayor Danny Jones is here as well. See you on Metro News Midday later. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM, W243DRFM Charleston, and W283AQ Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.